That attack, of course, left 15 people dead, dozens more injured. And tonight we know that the suspect in that attack is from Houston.
Yeah, and we have team coverage for you tonight following the aftermath from New Orleans. But we start right here in Houston with Katira Winfrey. Katira, you are near a home that investigators believe is tied to the suspect. What are you seeing there?
Well, we have a lot of Harris County authorities and officials here, and even tactical machinery or tactical vehicles. I'm going to step out of the way, and you might be able to make out that truck in the distance there. Looks like there's a SWAT truck of some kind. There's a guy who's been perched on top for quite a while, and other SWAT team members standing around. Not a lot of action that you can see from this side, but from my understanding, as we've been out here for hours, the actual home is just a block over where you can't really make things out. Now, around 2:30 this afternoon, officials told us they would be able to give us an update. However, maybe an hour ago, we heard from the sheriff that any kind of press update would need to come from the FBI. However, deputies on scene did confirm that the home they are searching is tied to the terror attack suspect. Air 11 was able to capture video of the area shortly after Sheriff Ed Gonzalez posted about the search on social media. We've been on scene, as I mentioned, for hours, even before investigators. And the property investigators are searching sits behind a pretty tall gate. It looks like there's sheet metal or some type of covering, so you can't really look inside. But people who live on the street tell me that it's a rental property with multiple mobile homes there. However, we have not been able to get any of that confirmed from officials. However, I could see multiple mobile homes through a side fence. And while most people we spoke to said they did not recognize the suspect, they say it is a bit unsettling to know the investigation is happening near them.
Well, I just heard about this and I'm scared because I have kids at my home.
When we tell you the FBI and HPD is investigating down the street, what are your thoughts about that?
Oh, I'm scared now.
Why? And again, live back out here on the scene, we can take a look and see it is still very active. As I mentioned, on the other side where the front of the home is, there is even more activity going as officials have the street blocked off in both directions. But again, we are not clear when we'll be able to get any type of update from local authorities. But of course, you can be sure to stay with KHOU 11 as we bring you those updates through the night. Reporting live in North Harris County, Katira Winfrey, KHOU 11 News.
Yeah, no surprise those neighbors up there are on edge. Katira, thank you, and you be careful as well. We're going to go now to Troy Kless, who is live in Pasadena, and that's where the owner of the truck lives and where investigators say the suspect rented the vehicle using a car-sharing app.
Troy, you actually spoke with the owner of the pickup truck today. What did he have to say?
Well, Trace and Enrica, the owner tells me that, yes, he did rent the truck to someone through the Turo app, but declined to share any other further details. Now, again, the man lives here in the Pasadena area, and according to Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, he posted on X earlier this afternoon that the truck was in Houston around December 30th is when it was in the suspect's possession. But we're still waiting to get some more details about this suspect, Samsudeen Jabbar. And again, today, the ride-sharing app is saying that it is cooperating with officials. A Turo executive telling the AP, quote, "We are heartbroken to learn that one of our host vehicles was involved in this awful incident." He says that they are actively partnering with the FBI. And he goes on to say, "We are not currently aware of anything in this guest's background that would have identified him as a trust and safety threat to us at the time of the reservation." As we learn more details about this attack, former FBI agent Jim Conway tells us that investigators have many resources to use.
I can tell you right now, front and center, every FBI office, all 56 field divisions, as well as all of the 70 legal attaches around the world, are front and center and engaged in this. Public safety is first and foremost.
And back out here live at Pasadena, we did call and email the police department's media relations team to see if they are involved in the investigation, and we've yet to hear back, but we'll keep you updated once we learn more. Reporting live, Troy Kless, KHOU 11.
All right, Troy, thank you so much.
Now let's bring in Matt Doherty, who is live in the New Orleans French Quarter with the very latest in this investigation. Matt, what do you see out there?
Well, the sun is set on the French Quarter. We're standing at the intersection of St. Louis and Dauphine Streets. If you take a look up the street this way, you can see where it's blocked off by a police unit up that way. And we followed around the corner here and you can see another police unit. We'll walk across the street now so you can get a closer look further toward Bourbon Street. Now this blockade is keeping us back. This is as close as we're going to be able to get to the actual crime scene. That's where we know that investigators are still working in that area. Here's a look at some of those investigators working earlier tonight. The mood here in the French Quarter is certainly dim. Bourbon Street and the surrounding blocks are still shut down, as we showed you. Restaurant and bar workers say they can't get to their jobs and aren't sure if the businesses are even open tonight. There are a few people out here walking the streets, but those who are needing help from officers navigating their routes, officers are saying those courses have been changing throughout the day.
I've asked General Freelou to mobilize a military police company to assist both New Orleans Police and LSP and the FBI. It is important for our citizens and guests of this state to know that we are doing everything we can to secure their safety in this city.
Now, the officers that we've seen out here tonight in the French Quarter are not just protecting their perimeter, but they're also investigating, it appears. We've seen a couple of investigators with canines walking around in the area. One other thing that we've been hearing throughout the day and evening tonight are some loud bangs and booms. We attribute those to fireworks, probably. However, we have seen some officers scatter when those booms go off. Guys?
Well, still so much to find out. Matt, thank you.
This is still a very active investigation, as you just heard from Matt. So anyone with information is being asked to contact the FBI tip line. You can do that by going to their website, that website on your screen right now, or by calling this number, 1-800-CALL-FBI. And we will be covering this story as it unfolds. You can follow the very latest updates on air and online and on the KHOU 11 mobile app.